Hello everyone, and welcome to the Unmasking the Narcissist channel. I'm Dean, the host of the Unmasking the Narcissist channel, and also the host of the N.A.R.C.N network, the Narcissistic Abuse and Recovery Care Network. Today I'm going to be presenting to you episode 17 on the Unmasking the Narcissist channel, and the title of episode 17 is The Narcissist is a Walking Tower. So I'm going to talk a little bit in this episode about some things concerning the narcissist, concerning our narcissists that we've dealt with out there, and particularly pertaining to the energy of the narcissist and how it relates to the victims and to ourselves if we've been dealing with one. I just want to say here quickly that I'm going to be using an esoteric reference here. I don't want anyone on my channel to be offended. I know that there are people out there who are religious in nature and people who are spiritual in nature. I just want to say that I'm using a reference that's an esoteric type of reference here. I don't want anyone to be offended by this. The reference is only there for the purpose of it being an energetic reference that I could use based on something that came to mind quickly when I was writing this particular episode. And I'm using that reference solely as something to, as a comparative point to what is really going on with the narcissist or what they particularly represent. So for those of you that are out there that may be familiar with this, this is the reference that I'm using. The Tower in the tarot deck. The Tower exemplifies the energy of the narcissist. The Tower is destruction as a whole. It's chaos as a whole. All the energy contained in the Tower card in the tarot deck explains exactly what is going on with a narcissist. The narcissist is pure chaos and pure destruction on all levels. They come to you with an energy of destruction. They come to you with the energy of chaos. This is what the narcissist is about. And the Tower in the tarot card deck is the best card to explain the energy of a narcissist. Why does the narcissist present with this type of energy? And why is it really considered like tower energy in the tarot? Well, there's a great many reasons why this occurs, but as we know from studying narcissism now for some time on the N.A.R.C.N network, one of the main reasons is simply that the narcissist is the way that they are because they have been formed this way over time by abuse, by neglect, by things that have affected them as they have been affected in their younger years, in their teen years, maybe in their early adulthood, right up to the time later in life that we deal with them. So all these things that have affected the narcissist in very, very adverse ways have come to form the way that the narcissist functions. And as we've explained in other N.A.R.C.N episodes, science now knows that the narcissist's brain, and also the brains of people who have other types of disorders, like for instance bipolar disorder, borderline disorder, histrionic personality disorder, the brains of these individuals clearly indicate that the brain function is not normal. And this is due to not only the programming of the brain in the person's formative years, but also due to the way the brain has actually structurally developed when it's been developing in a developing child or adolescent, or the way that the brain has been affected in adulthood by the things that may cause that narcissist to act and react in the ways that they do. Sadly, one of the things it causes the narcissist to become is paranoid, anxious. They feel that everybody is against them. Everybody is out to get them. They don't trust people because they themselves have become hard to trust. They do all kinds of things to us that basically demonstrate to most narcissistic victims that they don't really care about those narcissistic victims very much. These are all things that come out when we're dealing with narcissists that indicate the chaos and the way that they behave within the confines of themselves. This is why the narcissist can be compared to the Tower in tarot. This is just utter destruction. From the time that you get involved with a narcissist, you are on a destructive path with this narcissist. It's just going to be a matter of time until something blows up and something goes wrong. Because the narcissist lives in chaos. The narcissist seeks chaos. The narcissist seeks to use destructive energy against you in ways that may be beneficial to them. Now that sounds crazy to most of us regular people out here, because we don't generally use destructive energy in a way that's counterproductive to ourselves or to somebody else. But the narcissist uses this destructive, chaotic energy in their everyday lives against the people that they're dealing with. And this, at times, is not even necessarily a conscious thing that the narcissist does. This, again, is an almost automatic response due to what has happened to them in their formative years and what has formed them into being a person with NPD disorder. Now, this affects us, the victims, in very, very adverse ways. We often can't understand why the narcissist is being the way they are or why they behave the way that they do. And this, in turn, causes us a lot of turmoil in our lives. They bring this tower energy into our lives. It's crazy if you think about it, because why would anybody want to bring a bunch of negativity into their life? We want positivity. I know for myself, I try to live a very positive life. I try to treat people well. I try to not be in a chaotic energy. I try to always have positive energy towards everybody that I deal with. And this is true of friends and family, and it's definitely true in love relationships. But the narcissist comes at us with this negative tower energy, with this chaos energy, with this destructive energy. And it's sad because the narcissist at times has very little control over this destructive nature that they possess. It's just part of the being that they are and part of the way that they do things on a day-to-day basis. But it definitely infuses our lives with this chaotic, destructive energy. And when you become involved with a narcissist on any level, you now have to deal with that chaotic, destructive energy on an almost daily basis. And I hear constantly on the N.A.R.C.N network from all kinds of N.A.R.C.N members about this chaos and this destructive energy that never seems to stop and never seems to change. So the point here just that I wanted to make with using the example of the tarot, the example of the tower from the tarot deck, is that this destructive, chaotic energy that the narcissist comes into your life with is just something that's part of them. We have to try to understand it. You have to try to get away from it if you can. You have to try to leave this chaotic, destructive energy behind if you want to do things beneficial in your life. This is sometimes very hard because sometimes we're involved with a narcissist and we're married to them, or we're in a relationship with them where they're family or something of this nature, and it can make this situation with a narcissist that we have to deal with very, very difficult to deal with. But sometimes we have to deal with this. On other occasions, we don't have to be involved with this chaotic, destructive energy that the narcissist puts out, and we can choose to leave that behind. If that's what you have to do, or that's what you choose to do with a narcissist, then do what's best for you. I will always condone to everybody on the N.A.R.C.N network that if you don't have to deal with a narcissist and they are ruining your life with this type of energy, get away from them. It's the best thing that you can possibly do to remedy the situation. This is sometimes very hard because we can become very embroiled with a narcissist, and it's sometimes hard to break away from them. But once you learn about narcissism and learn what's actually going on with the chaotic, destructive nature of narcissists, you will understand better that it's the best for you to get away from that narcissist by any means possible if you can. So I just wanted to talk about this particular thing here in episode 17 of the Unmasking the Narcissist channel, and the factor that narcissists do completely exemplify this tower energy when you're dealing with them. And yeah, I just wanted to talk briefly about this with you guys out there. So this has been episode 17 on the Unmasking the Narcissist channel. I'm going to say to you guys, I hope you guys have an awesome day. I've got other content coming up on the N.A.R.C.N network and also on the Unmasking the Narcissist channel. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll catch you really soon with some new upcoming videos.